Hello, hello, ladies and gentlemen. I've got a match for you here in the Abruzzi. It is a 5-kill match, still, unfortunately, a loss. Um, I will say part of it might be a little bit my fault, simply because I did not capture a flag to at least get us a point income. But regardless, just figured I'd show a little bit of what the Abruzzi can do in the right set of hands. My Abruzzi is pretty much set up like I have all of my other Italian cruisers, stealth, and that's pretty much it, really. Um, I did put on the speed increase, maximum movement speed increase this time, just for the lols, really. It wasn't really part of what I was planning to do, but I decided might as well put it on there. Won't hurt anything because I don't really use any HE related perks, simply because most of my Italian cruisers I don't really play any of the ones other than the ones that have SAP, because that's really what makes them unique. Which SAP for the tech tree Italian cruisers win. Wargaming win. But thing with Abruzzi, there's pretty much no reason to fire AP unless you have a flat broadside. Your SAP does 450 more damage per shell than your AP does. But hopefully you guys can kind of get a good idea of what SAP can do. I don't really get to showcase what the armor on these cruisers can do. They are relatively lightly armored, at least the light cruisers, they're relatively light armored, but they do have armor where it counts. Don't get me wrong, a big enough ship shoots at your sides, you're in trouble. Unless you can pay enough attention to see that it is coming in and to angle away, simply because they do have a rather respectable armor belt. As is, but this flank ends up, it would have been a 6-kill match. The KGB did unfortunately take the New Mexico kill, coming up here shortly. But pardon me, it's a little bit past my bedtime. New job's got me messed up on my sleep schedule here. But let's see. I can't remember if it was this salvo or another salvo. Yeah. So that salvo on the New Mex there was a good old slice of chunk damage there. Biggest thing with SAP is you really don't want to aim at the waterline or the upper belt. You really want to aim for the extremities, so their stern and their bow, as their plating there is usually a lot thinner, or superstructure, of course. It takes a little bit more skill to really use SAP effectively, simply due to the fact that it does not have great penetration, but it's not bad either. I don't remember how much it was for the 152s. I believe these are 152s, or they might be 155s. I can't quite recall off the top of my head, but nonetheless, this is pretty much an ideal scenario for the Abruzzi. Kind of, I wouldn't say on a flank by itself, but on a flank where there's other targets that people might shoot at simply due to, oh, it's just a light cruiser, let's not bug it, you know. But one thing that people fail to realize is that not only do these premium Italian cruisers have SAP, but even the tech tree Italian cruisers share this trait with the premium versions, which is outstanding armor piercing for what they are. So coming up here, I have a Pensacola who thinks he's going to be slick and catch us in a crossfire here. I'm not sure when the KGV goes down. I just know I thought he was still there, and he was no longer there with me, backing me up. But nonetheless, I see that he's going to give me a flat broadside. Pardon me, goodness gracious. And I'm going to make him regret that decision. Don't know how I didn't get a dev strike, but should have been. Honestly, this should have been a double strike. I don't know what the heck happened. I guess that Pensacola must be running an engine modification, because Pensacola usually doesn't have that good of acceleration there. But nonetheless, we'll say that carrier definitely wanted to come after me really hard. But Citadel there. And boop, Citadel there. Well, more like a Pittydale, but regardless. I don't know when the KGV went down and all of that. I was super focused. As you can see, I turned around because I thought I saw him on the map and then he wasn't there anymore. And I'm like, what the heck? Where did he go? And yeah, he died. Which leaves me all alone on this flank. And at one point we were down 4-6. But I decide I'm gonna go, instead of just, I don't ever give up, but instead of just not trying as hard, I decide, you know what, I could win this. Admittedly, giving a little bit of trust to my teammates, which I shouldn't have done, but this is what SAP is really good for here. If you watch this, $7K right off. I love SAP on these boats, man. They're so nice. Honestly, this is a personal damage record using SAP. Not gonna lie. Here, I decided I was gonna try and hide behind this island where he couldn't hit me, but I can see that he was going to go down, so I decided to push forward. Now it is time to go carrier hunting. I wasn't sure where he was going to be, but then I saw not these planes, but let's see, when is it that they pop up? I'm thinking he's going to be running to that corner down there at the bottom right of the map. Then I see this torpedo bomber spawn up, and I'm like, so you're still right pretty much where you spawned, huh, mate? Alright. Let's put this speed to use and go hunt you down. So, sure enough, still sitting in pretty much the same spot that he spawned. Maybe he reversed a tiny bit, but, you know. I can't remember if Serov has a armored deck or not, but here I'm checking to see if he's reversing or going forward. Pardon my phone. Starting to get a lot of ricochets here, which honestly I wasn't checking where he was moving, which would have prevented the ricochets here. but nonetheless, pushing forward here. I'm gonna go ahead and capture this kill here. Surprisingly enough, he did not just give up. He just pushed right in. There, I decided I'm not going to dodge those, but he dropped them too early. So I decided to basically run into them on a whim. That would be the Kraken, 5th kill. See these planes coming. And yeah. Yuga ends up killing the Grash Spay, and then he ends up killing the carrier. But the carrier does get the revenge and kill the Yuga. But, yeah. Fortunately, this ends up being a loss. Akatsuki decided to run. Even after the carrier spotted him and he was going to the same cap that I was, he decided to run. I don't know where he went. He never spotted me until I shot right at the end of the match just for shits and giggles, but ended up being a loss. I'll fast forward here to the end of the match real quick just to show you guys how depressing it was. So, as you can see, ended up being a loss. He ended up running away. Pretty good numbers here. I don't think I showed the team result, but I had 2,068 base experience.